Every streamer's boner cards are hot girls while Swim is here drooling over fish people. Oh man. I don't know. I mean, he might have had no answer to Atrocity. That's probably more likely. You can't keep Kalista in this matchup as much as it's adorable. Hey, this hand's actually decent. For like a 4 random hand, like you don't expect much when you do a full kick and you get like 4 randos, but this is actually okay. It's like, you have the essentials, you know? You've got a turn 1 play, you've got a Vile Feast, which is actually pretty good in this matchup. Like if I pass here, I come out ahead. I think there's a lot of worlds where I Vile Feast the Bark Beast when he's tapped under Glimpse. I don't know. I don't think I'm giving up much by not taking this attack. This is big for me. This is really big for me. So I always have to Vile Feast right now, because he could be on Butcher, and we put him on Butcher. And if he doesn't Butcher, we get a free 2 damage, which is kind of nice. That's really big for me. Oh, and he doesn't have Butcher either. That's again huge. Alright, so he's got the Caretaker. He'll Caretaker me on 3, and yeah, he'll slap me silly for like, what, threaten 6 here? So we have, you know, the counterplay. Warden's Prey allows us to keep a little bit up, and of course, you know, as any good player would, we've drawn Keeper on 2 and Keeper on 3 and Caretaker on... Keeper on 2, Caretaker on 3 to allow the double play here. And if this was able to get A-Bomb into Caretaker range, then we'd have a pretty easy time making a play like this. Okay. 1 mana card off of Warden's Prey would allow us to curve out next turn. This technically allows us to curve out next turn. Okay. Yep, true. It's true. Okay. Okay. So now it's my turn. It's not Croc, is it? Nah. Nah, couldn't be. Could it? What if I play Cask just to like pass priority? Is that genius? Cask into Croc? I kind of want to like Cask after Collector though. Like Croc, unless it's connecting Dome for 7, is kind of just a bad card. Like you assume he's gonna play a tiny little dude, and then my Croc is gonna have a really sad time doing anything. But I guess like Croc before Caretaker does make that more of a reality. Oh, Jesus Christ. Am I actually doing this? Because like, if I ever want to connect with this Croc, that does involve playing the Croc before the Caretaker, which means I would have to Croc now. It's a tempo play. It's like, his board is powerless to this play. He is gonna have to give up this 4/4 in a really that's gonna make him real sad here. I mean, could he just take 7? I don't think he would. He ever just be okay with just casually taking 7 here? Do we live in the universe where this guy is just like, yeah, I'll just go down to 10? Would I mind? He would be down to 10. I don't know. I think it's probably his best play, but I don't think I mind it either. Health is a resource? Yeah, exactly. Health is a resource. Yeah, that's not an attack, my friend. Ah, god damn it. Ugh. I can't Vile Feast that. I really can't. There's just no possible way I could, I think. I think I have to Collector. I don't think I'm really risking much by Collectoring here. Vile Feast on Keeper is actually okay. It's like, but I know he doesn't have Butcher. Am I respecting second Caretaker so much? Like, that Keeper can't be enabling like almost anything else. Caretaker's not even a keep in the opening hand. It's like turn 5. Like the math on that is just so weak, I think. I still have yet to feel great about this Sejuani. This is like, we've played a few games and I'm still like, ugh. It's never felt great. You know, we are attacking evens. And we do have Keeper. And he is an aggro deck. Katarina Misfortune. Very aggressive. Sorry, Croc. I tried. I really did try. But against an aggro deck, I have to be like keeping Feast, and I just can't be like... Thank God I kicked it. Jesus Christ. We'd have trips right now. That's not a good hand. Whew. Jesus. Got some Poison Keeper. This is never good. That doesn't look that bad. It's like aggro build Nox, right? That's fine.
Looking for trouble. It found you.
Man, if we didn't send in spell mana, we'd have the perfect curve here. If we didn't have this one spell mana, if we had Warden's Prey on turn 1, we could like Croc off of Kalista on 4. Not sacrificing Kalista. Ah, that'd be so nice.
I'm basically they never stop.
No choice but to do this.
Guns blazing. Love ya.
Sorry, Kalista. I think you're gonna miss the boat on this one. I think you're gonna have to. Well, I mean, it's tempo. We don't have like a super excess of spell mana since we have Vile Feast. He's gonna have to like lose something here usually. This feels fine. This happens to me when I play BBG's list. It doesn't work for me, but I've seen him play the deck and it works for him. What, this Croc version? I like the Crocs. The Crocs is a good direction for the list. I don't know, I might literally just take Fury over Sejuani. I could see that. Why not swap Neverglade for Prankster to go with Sejuani? We're not trying to like go with Sejuani. Sejuani's not here to try to like level up or anything like that. And for the most part, Prankster ends up just being a little too vulnerable for things in the meta right now. Plus, in this like speed of playing, like since the deck has slowed down a bit, the healing on Caretaker ends up mattering. Oh, we got a 3/3, nice. Okay, well Kalista will hit the next Croc, I think. I don't know. What if we just can we just go like champless? Can we just cut Sejuani and Elise and Kalista? Just cut everything. We could just do that. That would work. Yeah, honestly, his attacks here aren't really great, I think. I'm fine playing Kalista out. Isn't that how the list started and you said it couldn't be correct? Yeah, I still like Elise. Okay. I mean, hey, it hits value here, right? Do I want to, like, not let him drag it with, like, Sinister Poro? I think I actually probably don't want to let him drag it with Sinister Poro. Force him to at least just, like, sync Navigator into it, I guess. That's probably decent value out of this card, honestly. Poro doesn't kill it? Yeah, but Poro sets it up to be killed with something else, right? Well, these one health things aren't really blockers against the Misfortune board, so we're just on the Sentry. Grenadier's doing even less here. Do you think the Crimson Disciple plus Transfusion duo is a shoo-in for Noxus decks, and is it better than Flock or Arachnoid Sentry? Not all Noxus decks. I don't think it's necessary in like some of the slower Noxus decks. It's a shoo-in for good Noxus decks, but you can do some. If you want to do stuff like Yasuo, you can definitely escape those cards. Stuff like Swain TF, some versions use those, but you don't have to. And hey, Swain TF isn't a bad deck. It's not terrible. It's fine. How many Crocs are you running in this version? I'm just still using the net deck, so I'm using 3 Crocs. As much as I like Croc, I still think it's more of a 2 of, in all likelihood. It seems like the easiest block of my life. I mean, we're setting a lot of things up for Make It Rain, and this attack sort of represents it, I think. I think it's probably better to just take this into a 7-2. 2 is a bit harder for him to deal. The Croc's damage stat is actually not going to be as valuable here. So this seems fine. It's like, if he has a way to kill anything, the Croc's not going to be connecting. And that's okay. It's just like, it's so greedy to let me go down to 1. Especially since that attack does, I think... It does feel like it really represents Make It Rain. It's so hard to not have Make It Rain if you're attacking there. Okay, so we have a 6-mana 4/4 now. That's quite nice. I mean, depending on how cavalier he is with his cards, sometimes like the open attack here can be good. Wow. Oh, do I have to open attack here? I think it is good. I mean, we've got Atrocity. There's like a lot of ways this go where we end up just Atrocitying him for like a really significant threat here. Let's stick it in and see what happens. I'm pretty happy if he trades something like Misfortune into Croc. So like, you look at the state of the game right now, you just think like a few turns ahead, like what's gonna happen? Well, he really needs to protect this Misfortune, right? It's 3 out of 4, he's like, he wants to keep it alive. So he wants to be like, taking a small block here. Dealing 2 damage for that deck is a little hard. He can deal, you know, 1 damage, and he can deal 1 damage multiple times. And he can sink like 2 different things into this. Okay, so he's going for the Whirling Death here in this case. So we do have, you know, the Atrocity. Atrocity will literally put him down to 2 health. And then Legion Grenadier is enough to kill him. I think I'm okay just trying to go for an Atrocity here. There's counters, like second Whirling Death is definitely somewhat of a counter. I think it would need to be second Whirling Death. I don't know what else it could really be here. I don't think there's any reason to play it so safe that I would think about doing something weird like Atrocitying Misfortune. I think that's just kind of trolly. I mean, it's like, yeah, letting her flip can be scary, and it's like, yeah, sometimes we don't have a way to deal the 2 damage. It's like, those things could maybe happen, but it's like, I mean, come on. It's 2 health and it's Grenadier, right? Like, but yeah, second Whirling Death Hand is a bit of a punish here. I think that would be unlikely. Are you back so soon? You feeling alright? No, I just haven't taken my break yet. I don't know. I really have no plans. I still need to figure out like what exactly I want to do. I mean, as soon as the Grenadier comes down, we're pretty good. The thing you guys have to understand about like net decking is like, here's the thing. Every streamer has like these cards that they just put into every deck that you just have to cut. What did I call it? I had a name for this card. But every time someone builds a deck, people have different cards that they do this with. Where it's just like boner cards? Oh yeah, boner cards is what I called them. Yeah, everyone has their own unique boner cards. That's a fascinating combination. Everyone has their own unique boner cards, basically, right? Sick deck, Moggers. And the thing about boner cards is, when you're net decking, you have to just like, you have to cut the boner cards, cut the boners, right? It's like, and sometimes we go through different boner cards. Like, when you net deck an Allen deck, the first thing to do is like cut 2 Culling Strikes and 2 Ruinations. When you net deck a Swim deck, the first thing to do is like cut a large scale part of the aggression. What are my boner cards? House Spider's a boner card. I have a multitude of boner cards. We all have boner cards. House Spider I don't run that card in this meta, but it's been a boner card for me in the past, right? Fizz. Yeah, sure. Fizz. I've put Fizz in decks unironically. Black Market a bit, yeah. It's not a card you have to cut, but it's definitely a card that I overput in decks. Right? BBG, Flock, and Arachnoid. Right, sure. Even Vengeance a bit, I think. BBG does have a bit of a Vengeance boner, like a semi-chub, maybe. So, like, and of course, Moggers has his Katarina hard on. So the thing is, like, when you're net decking a streamer, you have to first ask yourself, what is a streamer's boner cards? BBG's Radiant Guardian? Yeah, BBG does have, yeah, Radiant Guardian. That's one of BBG's, like, hard boner cards. So, when you're thinking of, like, okay, I'm net decking X streamer, just ask yourself, man, what are their boner cards, and, like, let's cut those out. Because, like, we all have just cards that we just can't help it. We just can't help it. we see them and we're just like, yeah, that goes in. That goes in. And it's just, it's gotta go in, right? What else are my boner cards? I have plenty of boner cards. I think I don't actually have a ton in this meta right now. I've had more in the past. Standalone? Standalone did used to be a boner card of mine. BBG said he wouldn't be able to make a Shen Lux deck because it couldn't fit Radiant Guardian. Yeah, no, exactly. You guys have to understand the power of boner cards. Like we've all said like the same things. Like that's exactly right. No, that is the level of like boner card level logic. Like everyone has that exact feeling where it's just like, you know, if I can't run this card, then the deck doesn't even work. Doesn't even work, right? Every streamer's boner cards are hot girls while Swim is here drooling over fish people. Oh man, that's too true. That's too true. Oh Jesus.